Hello student, we will continue our topic 15.3. How does oxygen become available to animals and plants living in water and soil? Activity 5. Take some water in a glass or a material container. Heat it slowly on a trapped stand. Well before the water being to boil, look carefully at the inner surface. आपको क्या करना है जो है टेक सम वाटर इन अ ग्लास, यानी ग्लास के अंदर जो है पानी लेना है और एक मेटल कंटेनर लेना है और उसको स्लोली स्लोली क्या करना है, हीट करना है और आपको उसको केयरफुली सक्सेसफुली इनर जो सरफेस होता है उसको देखना है। Carefully at the inner surface of the container, do you see टेनी बबल्स ऑन दिस इनसाइड फिगर 15.10, यानी इसके अंदर जो अपर पार्ट जो है लाइक बबल्स इट लुकिंग वो सरफेस हो रहा है। द बबल्स कम फ्रॉम द एयर dissolves in water. When you heat the water to begin with, the air dissolves in its escapes. As you continue heating, the water itself turns into vapor and finally being to boil. We learned in chapter 8 and chapter 9 that the animals living in water use the dissolved oxygen in water. जैसे कि हमने चैप्टर नंबर 8 और चैप्टर नंबर 9 के अंदर जो पढ़ा है कि एनिमल लिविंग इन वाटर यूज द डिसॉल्व्ड ऑक्सीजन इन वाटर. The organism that live in soil also needed oxygens to respire. Isn't it? How do they get the air they needed for a representations? Activity 6. Take a lump of a dry soil in a beaker or a glass, add water to it and note what happened. Figure 15.11. Do you see bubbles coming out from soil? These bubbles indicate that the presence of air in the soil. आपको इसी तरह जो बताया soil has air in it, किस तरह से bubbles ऊपर आते हैं soil के अंदर वो आपको जो है परफॉर्म करके देखना है. When the water is crowded on the lump of soil, it displays the air which is seen in the form of bubbles. The organisms that live inside the soil and the plant's roots respire in their air. A lot of burrows and holes are formed in deep soil by the animals living in the soil. These burrows also make spaces available for air to move in and out of the soil, यानी जो एयर जो है मूव होती रहती है जिससे सॉइल के अंदर स्पेसिस बनाता रहता है. However, when it rains, heavy water fills up all the spaces occupied by the air in the soil. In this situation, animals living in the soil have to come out for a respiration. Could this be the reasons why earthworms come out of the soil only during heavy rain? Have you ever wondered why all the oxygen of atmosphere does not get used up through a large number of organisms are consuming it? Who is refilling the oxygen in the atmosphere?